Hello and welcome everyone to Thursday's stream today. We don't have a name for Thursday streams, do we?
Not really. We should come up with a good name. But I'm terrible with names, so
yeah. I currently have it just called Humankind Thursdays, so maybe we'll come up with another one.
Yeah, I was saying, where's the alliteration? Also, the captions are broken.
Oh no, the captions are broken. Here, let's fix that. Technology is hard, everybody.
Oh, that's why they're broken.
I think I figured it out, Stephanie. I think I know why they're broken.
No, I think they're still broken.
Oh! Say something. Testing. Oh, there we go.
Hooray! I guess I just need to speak up a little more.
We just need to believe.
We need to believe in the heart of the mic.
Exactly. If you believe in the heart of the mic,
or do we need to believe in the you that believes in me?
That could work too, I think. I think those are both compatible options.
Though I prefer the letter. I think last week was because that was one I had seen that I forgot.
We were talking about anime, yeah.
Because that one is wild.
Well, welcome everybody. How are we doing? I see you people over there on YouTube. Benny Vidi Vici, Matthias, Skylighter, Stin, Felix. We got people over here on Twitch as well. What's up? Dundaskus, Dark Arrow, our moderator. Rav Mendes, Video Game Quest. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope the day is going well. It is going very well.
It is going well,
yeah.
Yes.
I've got to be honest. I'm kind of exhausted. I'm very tired. I have a 3-hour commute, hour and a half to and from work.
I was about to ask if you meant 3 hours one way, because that would be terrible.
Nope, it's thankfully only 1.5 hours one way, but it's still quite long.
I think I see why the captions are broken. Picking up me, but not you, so it's the direction of the mic.
Testing. Let's see if we can fix this. I'm talking into the microphone. Is it working?
Why is it not picking you up?
How is that possible?
We can see the levels, and you guys can hear Jordan, right?
That I don't know. Hold up.
No, I did it. So you folks can hear Jordan. You people.
Testing. I'm talking, and it's picking it up. What the weird? I don't know, y'all. Let's try that. I don't know. Sometimes technology is great, and sometimes technology is frustrating.
The captions have a mind of their own, apparently.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, everyone, it is a fantastic day. It's a Thursday, and we are going to be playing the Giant World map here in Humankind. Yes. So we are going to be popping in there. We have a very important decision to make first off, though. And if Dark Arrow can help us out with this, we need a poll for our starting location that we're going to be deciding on. So I think the decision that we wanted to make it in between India, Mexico, and what was the third one?
China.
And China. Dark Arrow, if you could help us out with that, that would be perfect. How are our audio levels? Can you hear us? Are we loud enough? Could we be louder? Could we be quieter? We just want to make sure that everything's going well. But yeah, we'll put a poll up over here on Twitch. YouTube people, if you want to just, I don't know, type whatever of those options that you wanted in the chat, and then we'll get started here in a second.
I guess, while Dark Arrow is setting up a poll, we could make briefly switching to the game so we can actually show off how we pick our starting locations.
Yeah,
Because
let's
that's a
hop over there.
little bit of a trick of workaround. They will need to tell us now if our sound levels are okay, because the game might be too low.
Yeah, how is this compared to the game? I did turn up the audio levels a little bit, so that should be quite good there. But let us know if we could still be louder, because we want you to be able to hear us. But anyways, for those of you that are new here or don't know me yet, my name is Jordan. Nice to meet you. I'm the new streaming guy here at Amplitude Studios. And this is Stephanie.
So, your local community manager, I guess global community manager, since we have fans from all over the world.
Heck yeah. And let's see if my new shoutouts work. Heyo. Oh. Dark Arrow's too fast.
Well, I'm not sure if it worked because, you know, the first time he forgot the exclamation point and the second one he misspelled.
Oh no. And mine didn't even work either, but I think the moderator's having a tough time. Or maybe that's oh no, yours worked. Mine totally didn't work. Come on, Jordan. Let's go.
You're just cursed today.
I'm cursed. I think
But anyway, so to show how we can pick our starting location, the trick is, since the locations that GDemon put down are numbered, you switch to multiplayer and make sure that it's set to private so that nobody can join, and then you just count the right location where you want to start.
That is a nice workaround. For the moment, Mexico is in the lead. We have the poll up. If you'd like to vote on the poll as to where our starting location will be, if you're on Twitch, just go up to the top of the chat bar and drop a vote. Let us know where you want us to go.
And also, sadly, I should also say that, unfortunately, of course, here it doesn't show where the starting location will be. For myself, I've made a list, and maybe I'll post it somewhere on G2G, or maybe we should ask GDemon to put that in the description of the mod so people know where the start locations are.
That would probably be helpful. Have anybody in the chat actually tried out this map yet? For those of you that don't know, we had a community map maker contest for Humankind, and this was the winner of the entire contest, made by Gedemon. And yeah, the drops are working, Core Hacker. Just make sure that you have your drops turned on and linked, and everything should be working.
I guess in the meantime, I also need to make sure. I don't think we want to play on Blitz.
Yeah, probably not. Blitz was an interesting experience, but probably not this time.
Should we go to normal, or should we go to the other extreme?
I mean, Endless is a very interesting option. I don't know. I think maybe Endless would be kind of cool, actually. I don't think I've actually seen Endless be played.
Then let's go Endless Speed, though with the caveat of, dear viewers, if we're playing on Endless Speed on this giant map, we might not finish this game on stream, because then we'd probably still be playing next year.
Yeah, it might last for a long time.
And
600 turns is
let's maybe crank it up a notch, because last time, you know, a lot of the AI fell behind.
What you're saying, it was just a flex.
No, I was actually surprised, and I think a lot of the other AI fell behind because that one AI that bet us had beaten them all up.
Yeah. So is increasing the difficulty gonna help?
Hopefully, it'll help a little bit.
Or is it just gonna make everybody else stronger?
that will, you know, at least make it a more interesting game for us when we suddenly face, you know, a superpower that's in the contemporary while we're in the medieval or something like that.
Perfect. Let's get it.
So it is.
Laselmer tried it. Nice. Did you like it, Laselmer? We're assuming that you started out in the Nile spawn.
If you're in the first spot, it's always in the Nile, and then it's, you know, in Mesopotamia, India, and Carthage. I'm not sure, is that Libya in the modern day?
Sounds right to me.
You know, that bit in Africa opposite to Sicily. This is in China, Greece. Then we have somewhere in, I think it's Mongolia. It's just north of the Gobi Desert. Sweden, for some reason. I'm not sure. And then the Andes and Mexico.
I check something.
Sure.
I think that I want to just double check about our Twitch drops really quick, because we want to make sure that y'all can get the Twitch drops while you're here. Double check. Anyways, do we have any goals for this? Do we have any goals for this playthrough that we're going to be trying to do?
Yeah, I don't think we've set specific goals. Like we could set some interesting goal for ourselves. Since it's an Earth map, we could maybe make it something geography related. To control all of a specific region or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the drops look like they're working, so let us know. Let us know if it continues to not work. Our game is set to Humankind.
Though I think we should specify, because somebody's saying they were 3 minutes away from completing it last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the timer will have restarted because we needed to reset the campaign. So the old time wouldn't carry over because this is a new drop.
So technically the campaign for the drops ended in between now and the last stream that you would have been able to do that. Because the way that Twitch drops work on Twitch is that they have like a 2 or 3 week campaign window that has to be restarted every couple weeks. Because they're meant to be kind of temporary item things. We're just kind of breaking the system by saying, actually, we'd like these to be available all the time. So,
anyway, apparently Mexico won the poll, so let's take the Mexicans. Right. But actually, let's stick with the tradition of what the player in all the trailers has always been: the Blue Horse Empire.
The Blue Horse. Let's go. Ooh, what kind of game are we going to be playing? Tall, long, warmonger? Science focus?
I guess that depends on if chat has a good suggestion for a geography-related challenge.
We can only expand after making our first city by naval expansion or something. I don't know. Is that possible?
We could have, an only island-focused empire, I guess, since if we're in Mexico, we can expand into the Caribbean on the east and to the Pacific Islands on the west. That's true. But it would be very tricky because, island territories don't have a lot of land to build on.
This is a good point, yeah. Conquer Spain as Mexico?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
That would be interesting. It would involve more naval combat. I like boats.
I like that idea because, it's a nice kind of thematic challenge of turn things on their head. And of course, I guess if they're available to us when we reach it, we need to pick the Aztecs.
That would make sense. That would make sense. We could do it, yeah.
And yes, Olmecs, of course.
Essentially, we're role-playing as a alternate universe of Mexicans.
Yeah, what if the invasion hadn't happened the other way around?
Right. What if the Native Americans
what if
invaded Spain?
Yeah, exactly. What if Montezuma had showed up in Spain and
got everybody in Spain sick? Take that.
Oof, yeah. Let's maybe not drive that thought much further.
Montezuma's revenge, baby.
So kind of also good point. Invade France, place a city named Amplitude City.
Yeah. Ooh, also another note is that we have a channel point reward where you can actually name a city or a troop in your name. So if there is any channel point redemptions, moderators, will you make sure to help us catch those? Because we might not. Yeah.
We're getting
drops
more...
enabled at the top of the chat, and Amplitude is not showing up in my Twitch inventory. I'm connected.
So yeah, I guess we'll need to check that again.
Let's first off, I don't think that we're gonna be able to fix it during this stream. Actually,
no, probably not.
Bad news is I don't think we're gonna be able to fix it this stream. The good news is I know who can fix it, so we will have it fixed for next stream. But yeah, I talked to the person who's in charge of the Twitch drops, and they said that they were working, but if they're not, then I do apologize. I know that a lot of people were hoping for those. So, but next week on Thursday,
They should work again.
I will make sure that they're working.
So yeah, now we can. I mean, I guess just seeing this, you wouldn't be able to tell, but taking into account also the location on the world map.
That looks like Mexico.
This is the Gulf of Mexico, so we have like here. Wait, is it still called the Rocky Mountains once it gets to Mexico? Probably not, right?
Yeah, it's the Rocky Range. It's the Rocky Mountain Range.
Because it kind of fluidly turns into the Andes in South America.
Yeah. It's a whole tectonic plate system.
Your geography is probably better in this case than mine. I wouldn't know which this river is.
Don't count yourself out.
Yeah, but
American geography classes are notoriously bad.
Yeah, but European geography classes are not exactly about American geography.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Let's try to
actually 3 hours ago. That would be the issue.
We had reset the.
We reset the campaign 3 hours ago, actually. So that's what should be. That's what should have fixed it, actually, because the campaign ended a bit ago.
But maybe it's trying to use the wrong campaign and it's trying to use one that was ended.
Campaign is up for 2D Kiri. I don't know. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is very unfortunate, but there's not really much I can do about it while we're on stream here. So, hold tight and just all the others are closed. Let me see if I can send a message real quick. You handle things. I'm gonna.
I'll try to keep an eye on chat while exploring here. Sierra Madre, yeah, I think that would. But yeah, let's try to find a nice spot in Mesoamerica so we can place our city down. Lots of mountains on this map here. And that's one of the nice things about G-Demon's map, in my opinion, is that he didn't just say, oh, there's the big mountain range like Rockies, Andes, and just made a giant line. There's actually gaps in between you can walk through, which is very good for the gameplay. Yeah, there's probably a nice spot around here somewhere. But... ooh, there's a lair. There's a lair, that means there's a bear somewhere. And yes, Islins, there's currently no drops. We're trying to fix them. Something's broken. There's a nice spot over here. Okay, Sarah was saying that now it seems all of them are alive.
We have our people working on it right now, so if there's anything that we need to do, though, I'm gonna keep an eye on my phone.
On Endless Speed, it takes quite a while to get any tribes.
Oh gosh. 40 food? Them some hungry tribesmen and ladies.
But yeah, let's place one here. This looks nice. Just southwest of Yucatan, I think. That looks like it should be Yucatan.
Oh yeah. You could get Yucatan on that peninsula.
Now I'm realizing, Ah, okay, we found the Great Blue Hole. I was just about to say, if only I remembered where on the world all of the wonders are.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we should know where the wonders are.
Some of them, I have a vague idea and I could look for them, but others not so much. Nice.
So I would suggest that if you refresh the stream, then maybe it'll start working for you. So maybe give that a go, since it seems like some people are saying, Cryobot's saying that it does look like they are live. So
No, the second
Ooh,
person.
did we settle a little outpost there?
Yes,
Ooh.
I guess it's not exactly in the right spot for Mexico City. Mexico
No,
City is
Mexico
further north,
City's like,
like
yeah,
somewhere here.
like right there, yeah.
Oh, is that maybe supposed to be that lake that Tenochtitlan was built on?
I have no idea.
Because
That's a great question.
because you know that famous Aztec city was built like on a lake, right? If I'm remembering right.
I mean, it's a very prominent water tile. It looks like an ocean tile that they plopped down in there. Hello, Oscar Marquez. Welcome to the stream today. Good seeing you in here.
Okay, I have two people now, but I'm hesitant to go in this direction to explore because I know the neighbors are down here, the South American area.
Clone Prince, I haven't seen any messages come up on the Steam chat. I'm assuming you're talking about Steam, not stream. But
I'm not sure
By
if
building
Restream
an
can pull
outpost,
this
claiming
chat from
territory
Steam.
is this easy.
so
The
the
click of
Steam
course.
chat might just be
It
the...
might be a technical problem. We can't see Steam chat because the software we're using to get all the chat in one window can't pull from Steam.
Interesting, yeah. But yeah, it might just be a chat for y'all to talk to each other about the stream. But yeah, over here on Twitch and YouTube, we can see the chat, so... Aaron, I think that would be a very, very long game if you had twice the map size, twice the enemies, and 1,200 turns.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing is that I think a lot of people don't understand when you extend the length of the game by that much, a lot of the mechanics of the actual game engine itself start breaking. If you have that many buildings, that many units, and that many things, like, you know, your computer might melt.
Yeah, and also, you know, it's easy. Players often say, you know, oh, just, you know, make the map twice as wide and twice as tall. That's 4 times as many tiles, and the huge map already has something like 13,000 tiles. So that's a lot of terrain.
A lot, yeah. And I mean, that would be amazing if everybody had computers to be able to play that, or, you know, everybody wanted to play that. But
do we get some extra industry or some extra science? I'm leaning toward the science because we
got to unlock those boats so that we can conquer Spain.
We got to unlock the boats, but also we already got, you know, good industry potential, good food potential by building some harbors.
There's some scientific reefs. Are those reefs that you get science from?
Yes, those are coral
reefs.
So if we build a harbor here, we'll get some science and a lot of food. So I think
could be good.
Probably going
science
for the storytellers here, and the storytellers also kind of fits with. Let's hope they're still there. Yeah, with the Olmec theme here of the all that was and is and will be is written in the stars.
I like that.
So
javelin throwers. The mighty javelin throwers.
Actually, I'm wondering. I can probably just throw down somewhere here next turn, so we can grab this for cheap.
Before we
progress. Get a city.
I think that might be a good idea.
Or actually maybe this one up here because that one's going.
Yeah. Heck yeah. How do our people move 6 tiles?
We had an event when we discovered the Great Blue Hole that gave us Swift.
I see.
Oh wow, this is Animal City here.
Oh baby.
Did not expect that.
Campaign is active, all right, but the lack of adequate tags seems to be hindering its progress. Granted, already got them, but it's potential oversight. Well, I took off the tag because they weren't working, Pyman. So yeah. So, can anybody else confirm that the Twitch drops are now currently working? Can we get a thumbs up in chat? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I think we should name some of our cities. If chat's not going to name them, let's name them ourselves.
I hope you're better at names than I am.
As far as markets go,
let's call it like New Papaya Town or something. You know, you just got to keep it simple, right?
This is your story to write.
And we have no announcements about new updates currently.
Yeah, and you know the question of what bug fixes are we working on. That's not one we can answer from the top of our head because my memory is not that good.
Well, I mean, you can assume that the biggest bugs are going to be worked on first. So things like multiplayer, and obviously making sure that the Mac release can still keep on progressing.
So you know, here we can see the effects of endless speed. 69 turns for the first tech.
Nice.
But yeah, what should we think? You know,
Kitsune,
we said
we
something
got a
about
thumbs
getting
down.
votes. That takes a while. Now let's grab the carpentry because we got forests.
On the topic of the Rocky
First
Mountains and
city
the Andes,
constructed. Walls,
Andes mountain range
roofs,
ends in Colombia and Venezuela and does not go into Panama,
Ah,
Central
the
America, so
luxuries of
I can confirm they are
civilization.
very separate mountains. Yeah, they don't connect, for sure. We were kind of curious whether the Rocky Mountains extended down towards like Baja California and
Yeah, like
Mexico.
is this like considered a separate mountain range or does this count as the Rocky Mountains? And even if they're, you know, not tightly connected, if there's like a bit of a gap, if you look at the globe, it's still, you know, a very clear line from the tectonic plate.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess it's a range of mountain ranges.
A range of mountain ranges. I guess, yeah.
Oh, the deer have kind of hemmed us in here. We can't get out because of the deer.
But I can tell you, Clone Prince, that the developers are aware, and our teams are aware of the fact that sometimes it does feel like, the second you get to the contemporary era, you know, the game is over or the turn limit has been reached. So I definitely think that there is going to be, you know, some sort of progress or change made to the pacing of the game that that improves your feeling of satisfaction with being able to progress through the different eras for my Americans out there. Ah, yes, the contemporary era. Name the city Ampliotud. I like New Papaya Town personally.
Well, if we do any renaming, you'll have to do the typing anyway, so I'm at your mercy.
Yeah, heck yeah. Give me the power. New papaya Town.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I've given you great power. I'm just hoping you also have a great responsibility.
I am a very great responsible person. So responsible. But yeah, thank you, Aaron, for participating in the survey. We love having your feedback, and if I haven't said it already in this stream, definitely head over to Games Together. If you have any ideas, any feedback on the stream, and you haven't already posted something, if there's a bug report that you want to make, you can do that all over on Games Together. So go check it out.
The costs definitely also went up here. 148 for the next outpost.
What is that? Plus 10 gold if we do something there?
Oh, that we had burnt down.
Oh, we
a
ransacked
lair.
something.
Yes, because there were a couple of bears around there. We put our outpost. Because, you know, this looks like a nice area to combine. This is a fairly small region, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess that's the entire Baja Peninsula, and that's all that is there to the region.
Yeah, Baja California. Technically part of Mexico. Cost to buy a building is 8k gold. 8 turns away. 7 turns later, it's 7.75 gold. And 1 turn away, shouldn't it be 1k gold or 1 turn away?
Oh, damn it. Because we were on the multiplayer, it just decided we lost internet connection. Probably some hiccup.
Did it save our turn?
Yeah.
Autosave? Perfect.
That is the problem with the workaround. I've never had that problem when I this, you know, privately just playing.
It might be the fact that we're streaming.
But
and
yeah, I was about to say we're
multiplayer.
also streaming at the same time, so.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Clone Prince. I think that the balance of gold being used to speed things along is a very delicate kind of mechanic in the
definitely,
game.
it's very delicate. Right now, there's a base cost that goes up as the game progresses that you never can go under.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be what you're seeing there.
But yeah, Marson, currently we're having issues with the Twitch drop campaign. We refreshed it today, but it doesn't seem to have gone live for everybody else. So we do apologize for that, and we will have it up and running next Thursday. I did my best to make it sure that it was working today, but sometimes, even if you do your best, sometimes it doesn't work out. So thanks for being patient with us and understanding when sometimes things are just gonna go wrong, you know, and that's okay. We're moving up into Cali here.
Yes, and
Gold.
for some reason there's gold. I wonder if we should rush it.
I wonder why there's gold in California. So Clone Prince, we are not game designers in the sense that we code things, but
well, the designers also rarely code things because, you know, that's
Yeah,
what we
okay,
have programmers for.
Game designer is kind of a blanket term, I think, though.
Yeah, I
that's
think they
used
meant
for-
they meant game developer and not game designer.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a social media and streaming specialist here at Amplitude, and Stephanie is our community manager.
You know, we try to sometimes have the other developers, the production team, as you would probably call it, on stream. But of course, since they're busy working on the game, they can't always be here on stream.
Exactly. I feel like even if we did, like, since this stream is technically after work hours, I feel like even if we did have a developer on stream, there's still the chance that somebody would say like, "Why are the developers on stream instead of working on the game?"
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've gotten that, even though, you know, the programmers would probably lose a lot of hair if I tried to touch the code.
yeah. Oh,
Also,
it's so
hey,
funny.
look, the pink elephant empire is hanging around here. Should we worry about the fact that they have
The
an elephant as
Phoenicians are
their icon?
famed for their good ships and
yeah.
smart trade.
Greetings.
A matter of
from your good
diplomacy.
neighbor and a loyal friend.
Who did the loading screen? You mean what artist did the loading screen?
Ooh, I really don't know.
That's a fantastic question.
Oh, they systematically refuse all demands. We shouldn't demand anything of our elephantine neighbors here.
To err is human, to R is pirate. Great bounty awaits us on the open seas. We're going to retake our Spanish homeland. Well, actually, it's not our homeland because technically we're
Yeah, I was about to say.
we're natives. We're going to go plunder the Spanish natives. Give them what for. You know, the captions did a pretty good job of.
Of the pirate accent.
Yeah. Apparently, the caption reader speaks pirate. Who would have thought?
I mean, it's prepared for International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
It is prepared for that. That's true. Hey, Dr. Kane, welcome into the stream. It's good to see you today. Where's the pink elephant capital at? You said it was in the Appalachians or something?
No, I was mistaken. I had mistaken this place for being further east. The other start location is somewhere down here in the Andes territory of the northern Andes.
In like Venezuela or something? Or?
I'm not sure exactly which country it would be in because I don't remember the exact spot it was.
Oh, okay. We'll have to figure out. We'll
But-
go explore.
we can actually see a little bit of a border down here.
Yeah, why is that tile have vision?
Yeah, I'm not sure why that one tile.
We'll
has
call
a
that
vision.
tile the Eye of God.
How have the mighty slipped? Your glorious empire now has at least 3 more glorious
Will
ones
we
ahead
see
of
some Sunset Invasion in this campaign? The Sunset Invasion?
Oh, Sunset Invasion that's probably a reference to a DLC for the Paradox game Crusader Kings 2.
Ah,
A very controversial DLC because, you know, Crusader Kings 2, of course, is all set in Europe and Arabia, and I think it goes pretty far into the east as well, almost to China. But they had a DLC that was called Sunset Invasion, where suddenly in the middle of the game, while from the east, you know, the Mongols were coming.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Mongols or was it the Hun? No, it was the Mongols because it's the Middle Ages. Then from the west, suddenly boats would arrive full of Aztecs and conquer all of Western Europe.
Oh gosh. Do we ever hire people from DigiPen? I don't know what DigiPen is, but if you want to look at our career pages, we are currently hiring a lot of positions, and you're more than welcome to apply. Hello, all-around good egg. How you doing today? I'm not sure what DigiPen is.
I think that might
Is
be
it like a programming school or something?
Yeah, I think that's some game development school,
Yeah.
maybe. I think I've heard the name before.
I went to college in the United States of America. And yeah.
No, we've already made it all the way up to Alaska. I think it might be time for us to turn back around and
time to see what
explore.
happens when foreign
That's
cultures
so
get together
big,
and
yeah.
decide to
Some of
merge.
this.
This map is so large. Are they fighting us? How
Yep.
dare they?
Now the
They're
question
already
is-
damaged. Are they the Harappans?
No, but that's a small bonus the AI gets at the difficulty level.
What?
So I'm thinking.
Hacks? Saikana knows what DigiPen is.
let's-
That sound
let's
be a
try this.
mountain that is tall. If it's a tall enough mountain that it pokes through the fog of war.
Ah, good. We got a bit lucky on that roll there, I guess.
Yes, the high ground.
But no, we didn't have the high ground. I was hoping they'd go for the tent, and then we'd have the high ground.
Oh, the epic high ground.
But sadly, we didn't.
Hmm.
Nowhere even because they're damaged enough. But
We'll just get the defender's bonus.
exactly, that's like +2, I think.
Big brain, Stephanie.
And as long as they don't take this, we consider the winner. So,
That's true. They have to go for it. Oh, they went for it.
but they also went for the attack uphill, and now we can
Crush them. Crush them. Kick him in the rear. Heck yeah, Doodle Goop. How are you doing today? One of our VIPs. Oh, redeemed a custom name. City, looks like it's in Ukrainian or Russian. I'm not sure. Krasnoyarsk. Krasnoyarsk.
something red. I know Krasnaya is like red because it's like Krasnaya Plazhet is like the red place, in front of the Kremlin.
Doodle's a double VIP. How did it happen? For game-related shenanigans in Washington. Institute of Technology. Ah. I see. Got it.
These guys are persistent. I don't think we can win this one.
Oh my gosh, they're sending more people?
Yep.
Alright. Wait, our town is called Natasha?
No, the region here. That was the pre-generated name.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't name that one. That is just what the place is called.
Alright, well, we don't have another city yet to name, do we? Can we name the outposts?
No.
Okay,
When we get a
becomes
second city, we'll name it.
Doing well, just had a thick steak and a cheese sub. Ooh!
Oh man.
Thick steak. What kind of cut of steak was it? My favorite cut of steak is a nice ribeye.
And and here I am like, oh, I was at the dentist today. I can only eat soup today, and people are starting to talk about steak.
Steak, yeah.
What was it? Doodle loves to torture me with talk of excellent food.
Doodle's a VIP in Twitch and in general a VIP. Ah, I see. Got it. That's what you mean by double. Would it be possible to build something like the Panama Canal in the future? You mean like dig out land to create a river, essentially?
It's a request we see a lot. I don't know if it's possible to implement on a technical level. I'd have to
like
talk to
changing tiles
the
or
programmers
something?
for that. Definitely a cool idea. I'm just not sure if it's possible with what we have.
If it's
set
feasible
up,
with
if
the
it's
engine.
feasible.
I mean, hey, Andres, you got good ideas. Have you gone and shared them over on Games Together? Is the real question. Because good ideas are like, pollen in the wind. It doesn't matter
No,
unless it lands on a flower. and-
I don't think that's necessarily a good comparison because a lot of players will be like, pollen? Screw pollen, I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to pollen.
What the?
Opinions,
Oh
opinions are only useful if people can hear. Who are these? Independent peoples.
no. Yeah. And you know they're way more powerful than we are. And
Yeah, they are.
nope. Nope. Oh damn it! Wrong button. Let's hide. Actually, here's a river crossing here. And I think I screwed that up by clicking the wrong button.
Yeah, they might come at us. Oh, yeah, they're much stronger than our scouts. Gosh dang! Well, these guys are dead, right?
Yeah,
Gonna hide in the forest?
try to hide.
They don't seem to like the hiding idea.
Screw that one up.
Dangerous to see a lake may be impossible, but it's possible technical wise to create artificial rivers as there happens canals show. That is a good point. Yeah, that's a good point, Dr. Kane.
They've driven us up.
Are you
into the
talking
far
about
north.
Spiffin Brit? The cynical Brit, I
Oh, no,
believe
this-
passed away.
Yeah, the cynical Brit has not been around for a while.
Yeah. The cynical Brit was the guy who did the WTF is
Which is
Humankind.
you know, which
Except
was
for
one
that
of the
never happened.
ways I had heard of the original Endless Space. So, in a weird roundabout way, he is responsible for me being here now, because if not for his video and Qualitein's playthrough, I wouldn't have gotten into Endless Space 1,
Right.
which wouldn't have, you know, then I wouldn't have been in the Amplitude community, which meant I wouldn't have gotten this job. So it's, you know, the weird kind of butterfly effect you get in the world. Ooh, hey, we're gonna use these guys a little sooner.
Did we?
We just found some volunteers.
Some
out in the
people that
wilderness.
wanted to join our cause.
I mean, look at this environment here. We probably just had some food for the poor guys who were trapped out here in the icy waste, and they were like, "We'll work for you if you give us something to eat,
They were naked.
or a warm coat or something."
Brave Sir Robin. Sir Robin ran away. But yeah, no drops. Unfortunately, this stream, we attempted to restart the Twitch campaign because they have to get refreshed every couple weeks, but something went wrong, and we tried to figure it out on stream, but we just currently can't run a stream and fix it at the same time. So forgive us that they're not here, but definitely come back to next Thursday's stream to get those drops. We will make sure that they are working next Thursday. We thought they were working today, to be honest. But
This is gonna be a really nice.
ooh, look at those planes. 20. A lot of. That's a lot of bread, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, should have built it down here, and then we could have called it New Orleans.
I mean, but now you can call it like
The thing is, of course,
Kansas City. Maybe
building it down here and calling it New Orleans kind of is asking for the hurricane to hit, I guess.
Are there hurricanes in this game?
No.
Inclement weather.
Not in this version, but you know, this kind of natural disaster is also something people often ask for.
It's all the leakers' fault. Well, honestly, that did break many a thing. Having to, you know, change our password on all the things that are connected to our Twitch channel. Because then all the logins that came from other apps that are connected to the Twitch channel had to relog in, and some things, you know, didn't make it.
Oh, come on. I think the pink player snuck past us. And
Are they colonizing?
and they found Yellowstone before us.
Ah, dang it.
Yep.
What?
They literally walked through our empire to find this natural wonder. Come on.
They just wanted to conquer the whole America. Americas.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised if we end up with them settling somewhere up here, and then, you know, we have to deal with that.
I mean, them making a city that far away might be kind of dangerous for them, especially this early game, you know? But I don't know. But yeah, that whole Twitch thing is kind of just, I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable enough on all of the ways in, I don't know, that like internet security works. So I don't know how like much they could have prepared for this.
I mean, we also don't know, how it happened.
Yeah.
Because this kind of thing where it's like, it was like all of it, like the source code and everything. That might have been
An
not
internal thing,
not a hack, but yeah, exactly, something
like an internal leak, maybe. Hola, amigo Rogano. ¿Cómo estás? Shout out to Rogan in the chat. See, why does Rogan's work? Rogan's works, yours works. Oh, mine works too. Anyways, if you'd like to get to know us better, you can hop over to Twitter and send us a message. I know me personally, I'm always open to answer a message. I may not get to it right away, but I will definitely get to it at some point. Heck yeah, Olinra. We can make it difficult for them. We can lay the pain. Those guys just are gonna keep on.
I'm just going to try sneak them down along the coast and hopefully make it back to our lands
Before they get attacked by something.
This is really hard to traverse. There's like forests everywhere, and we really needed the scout here. But we're not in a good spot health wise.
Yeah. Do I accept pictures of cooking? Yes. If you don't know yet, if I haven't talked about food enough yet, I love food, and I send me all your pictures of food. I will accept them. Rogelheim. Should we name a city Rogelheim? Maybe after we get the Krasnyov or whatever. Hello, what's up, Tighorn? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Has to absorb a city, 2 million culture. What's the point of that? There's no way even on endless 2 million culture. I think that is the game mechanics keeping you from absorbing too many cities, I guess. I mean, you have to think about the game design from a game design perspective and not from a I want to do this perspective. I think that that's important. And I think that probably before I started working at a video game studio, I wouldn't really have thought about it as much. But everything that exists in a video game, thought went into. It's not like, people just threw spaghetti at the wall. Everybody's doing their best. Everybody's trying to make things work. And I think that, you can't forget that. There are real people on the other end of this who are designing the game, who have lives, who want to make the best game possible, who love their jobs, We're humans too.
Or so that it would be a waste of perfectly fine spaghetti. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. You could eat that spaghetti.
But yeah, we're not taking the aperture science approach. What was it when, you hear Kev Johnson being like, I'll be honest with you, we're throwing signs at the wall here and seeing what sticks. Because, that inspires confidence when we're about to take a plunge that's potentially deadly.
Yeah. No, there's a little bit more thought that goes into it than that. Ducus Maximus, unfortunately not. The drops were not able to get figured out in time before the beginning of this stream. Well, we did think that they were working, but unfortunately they're not, and there's not much we can do about it currently while the stream is running. So forgive us and come back next week, please. If you like the drops, they'll be available next Thursday's stream. This is a new match, yes. We just started, we're playing. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning of the stream, this is on the Giant Earth map. That it was the winner of the map making contest, and we are playing on endless speed. So we got 600 turns ahead of us. And
a lot of unfriendly independent neighbors, it looks like.
100% kinship.
Let's grab these guys. Yeah, the 100% kinship is because we are an ST culture, so we always have 100% kinship with everybody. Which is good, because that makes bribing them cheaper, and hopefully we can bribe them enough that they will not constantly attack us.
Or maybe we can even get them to join our cause.
Because now, I wanted to sneak by here to get this wounded guy home, but now there's like a warrior and an archer here who are, kind of the whole, I came here to something something, and I'm all out of bubblegum. I'm not sure if we should say, that line on stream.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah. You too, Ducas Maximus. Have a fantastic day. Rushing production with population seems overly expensive. Any chance that that'll be adjusted? Rushing production with population. Are they talking about the whole you use population to
finish
build
construction?
things?
Yeah.
I think that that's probably designed so that you don't sacrifice all your people to the buildings, maybe?
Yeah, it used to be. I mean, we might have overshot the goal a little bit, but it used to be the other extreme where it was way too cheap and you didn't need any industry. You could just be a rather nasty ruler, I guess, and finish everything on the backs of your people, quite literally.
Yeah.
Come on. Now the pink player is back as well.
I enjoy gigantic games. That's what I usually do in Endless Space too. Yeah, I think there is something special about having a huge map and knowing that you just have a lot of turns to explore and figure things out, and get attacked continuously.
Go ahead.
How do they find us in the mountains?
I mean, there's not exactly a lot of room we could have gone when they attacked us here the first time.
That's fair.
And there's no way we can win this.
Shall we accept defeat?
I'm just going to instant resolve this. That guy was dead. No man. And all just because of that one time I picked the wrong option.
So long, brave scout. I love how you guys injected humor into the intro video for each age up and the tech quotes. It's not all serious and stuff like Civ. I mean, the narrator who does all the voice lines for this game
I think
is a master.
It's very much.
They're just so good.
The narrator helps a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there is Yellowstone.
But my giant pyramids. How did they build the giant pyramids? Didn't they like find like bones of people inside pyramids? Like, but not like tombs. They like stuck them in the walls or something. Or was that the wall of China? I actually don't remember. I feel like I heard something about like people actually being buried inside of like walls.
I think what I recall is like there was. I'm not sure if that theory is still accepted as true, but I think
Maybe it was just a.
There was a theory for a while where it's like the architect would be buried in there because Pharaoh would be like nobody who knows how the traps and stuff works must be or traps
live by the pyramid, die by the pyramid.
Big word, but the whole layout inside. But I'm pretty sure the whole it was built by slaves has been debunked.
Oh, okay. Maybe the people that were building the pyramids were like well paid because they were like architects and they were like, oh yes, you have great aesthetics. I love the triangles. Triangles are really great on this one. Do it again.
I mean, if you think about it, with that kind of thing, you really want somebody who's in good health to do that kind of heavy work, right? You don't want to abuse them.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I like this map. The AI spreads well on it. It makes the late game more interesting. Heck yeah. We have yet to see the late game, but we're going to trust you on that one. Eternien, welcome to the stream. As it is your first time chatting here, welcome. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you stick around. Have a good time. We're just hanging out. We're just chilling. It's a Thursday. What do you all like to do on Thursdays?
I think with the behavior we're witnessing, really need to invent some walls.
Yeah. Those independent people want to fight. We're all hearing that about the Great Wall. Not sure how real it is, though. I mean, they were professional workers, at least. Yeah. Okay, so then it was probably the Great Wall that I heard that about. I don't know. It's interesting.
Speaking of great wonders.
Ooh.
We don't really have one that's appropriate to our location here, do we?
By the gardens of Babylon.
I believe it's by the rivers. But
yeah, I know.
But that is actually a good point, because that would be a very nice bonus here. With a lot of industry. Or do we have the other clay?
Ah, the gold.
That's also pursued.
Dig.
If we can get like the silver, that would be really powerful, because that would be an instant boost to our
Ooh, that's true. I feel like I keep on just having songs pop into my head. The second you started talking about gold, immediately, what is his name in Pocahontas? Ratcliffe? I think it's Radcliffe or Ratcliffe. When he's singing about gold and he's like, dig and dig and dig.
Yeah,
Diggity dig.
I've had days like this where it's like, and
Everything is a song.
The worst is if it gets so stuck in your head, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. It keeps going the whole day, and you're like, oh no, please. But actually, I'm thinking, well, we have free choice right now here. I think it might be more important for us to claim some of these areas first, specifically this one, because that one will improve our influence.
I agree. Diggy diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging my hole. Diggy diggy hole. Yo, I would love to meet Simon in real life. That would be amazing. Simon, if you're watching this, I want to eat Jaffa cakes with you and talk like dwarves. I think I mentioned it on another stream, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But when I was younger, I played Minecraft and watched the Yogscast videos, and it's just such like a weird, mind melt type of thing. Where now I work at a company where we actually have like relations, like professional relations with these people, and it's just it's kind of crazy, but also kind of cool, So.
Yeah, for me, it's also this. I have loved the Amplitude games since they first came out. That's what, over 10 years. So
Yeah.
At that time, I was still at university. I had only a few years ago finished high school, and now I'm working here. And it's like, this is wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies, y'all. Don't let time pass you by. Take every day as it comes, and do your best to just love it. Rogan, you think I did the Diggy Diggy Hole song pretty well? I watched I think like pretty much the entire Shadow of Israfel YouTube series.
Look at those numbers.
Ooh,
We need 412 and we have 411.
Dang. The fates are against us.
And right as we're one influence short of claiming this territory, the angry neighbors walk up.
No, come on. Why are they so angry?
It's because they're Minoans. It's in the horn helmet, I guess.
Right.
But no, the peaceful ones also have.
Huh.
I guess if they're Minoans, did somebody wave a red flag at them?
Maybe.
Because
they're Minotaurians.
Well, that's where
Is that where you're going for?
That's where the word Minotaur comes from. It was the bull of the king of Minos.
Oh, okay. I get you.
And there's more to that myth, which again is the kind of thing where I'm like, are we even allowed to say that kind of thing on Twitch? Because it's not a child-friendly myth, to put it that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think our stream has the family-friendly tag. Although I feel like our
general vibe is
our general vibe is a bit
family-friendly. So I'm not going to go into that myth, but it's it's a very ancient Greek myth, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I get you. Lots of parents killing the children and stuff.
Yep.
And whatnot. There's a lot of whatnot in there too. Most myths aren't. That's a good point, Olinra. Yeah. I mean, I think the Percy Jackson books do a pretty good job of telling stories about mythical characters and things in a sort of family-friendly way.
And now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh my god, I still haven't finished Hades.
Oh, the game?
Yep. Need to get back to that.
I don't own that game, actually.
It is very good. Do not buy it. You will lose so much free time to it.
Okay. Well, duly noted. I've seen so many of my friends streaming it on Twitch, but it's not really in my genre for my stream, so it's like, probably not. Probably won't play it on stream
Yeah,
ever,
but at the same time, hadn't you said you were getting more into roguelites?
that's true. I do really love roguelites.
And you know, it fits into that
That is a good point.
because it has the
It is a
whole meta
roguelite.
progression. And all of that.
Maybe I'd play it for like a Saturday stream or something where it's like a little bit more chill. I
What?
swear, I don't know what's different about Saturday. Are they attacking you again?
They're not attacking, but they're like just standing here,
They're
menacingly. You know, like that menacing visual sound effect in like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's like what they probably have now.
Don't be. It's really great. Y'all like Hades then? Okay. So tell me what's good about Hades then. Convince me. Just like Disney did with the fairy tales.
Are you talking to me or to chat when you say convince me of Hades?
I'm talking to chat, but
Because
you feel free to convince me.
Well, no, the thing is, I feel chat will do a better job than I would.
Okay. Well then, chat. It's up to you. If you can convince me, I will go home and buy it tonight. Rogan likes Hades. Okay.
I mean,
I like the voice lines. I've watched a little bit of some streams of it. Like I was saying, some of my streamer friends are like, you know, Hades players and whatnot. But like, what's different between it and like, I don't know, The Binding of Isaac or something? I feel like that's like the closest like visually that I've seen. Obviously, the art style is completely different, but
one thing I would say that's different.
But it seems like you run around and shoot and stab stuff.
Yeah, but I think one difference to me that made it very good is it feels like you have a bit more control over what you get during a run.
So you can actually build your character the way that you want.
It feels less random than in something like Binding of Isaac, where unless you found a shop where you get the choice, it's always like, oh, I found this random thing, I found that random thing. Whereas here it's like you find a boon from a specific like god, and they always have a theme. Like gods have specific buffs and debuffs and all of that. But it still gives you like, here's three things you can pick, and there's also like items you can equip to make sure you get one from a specific god.
Okay, interesting. Awesome replayability, great story. Okay, those are good. It's so smooth, and all the abilities have very layered graphical presentations, and you almost never are confused about what's happening, although one of the abilities is a little too flashy for me. Okay. There's always something new to discover. So it's got good replayability. I do like good replayability, especially on kind of like dungeon crawler games like that, because you're investing, I don't know how much money, I don't know how much Hades costs, to be fair. But then if you only get like one good playthrough or whatever, and then it's like, I've seen most everything, I could do it slightly different this time, but I don't really care, then I don't like that. But there's only 3 good things about Hades. Everything. The music as well. Okay, yeah. Oh, I mean, to order. Good evening.
The music that's one of those things where it's like, it's a super giant game. They almost always have excellent soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
They actually claim the Hanging Gardens by now.
The Nightbot's angry.
I'm thinking we may want the Temple of Artemis, because that'll help a lot with all this forest.
I'm tempted to turn the Nightbot a little bit. I'm tempted to rationalize the Nightbot a little bit. Nightbot's notoriously strict.
It's a bit zealous, isn't it?
I like emotes, as much as the next person. Art is really great. Small details that add up and give great immersion. Okay.
Yeah, the things, if I tried to convince you of Hades being good, I would just say it's a Super Giant Games game.
Right, okay.
Because if you've played Bastion or Transistor...
I've seen Bastion.
And they were already really great. But this is why I was actually very positively surprised by the replayability. Because this kind of roguelite is not what they're known for.
Mm-hmm, right. Dark Arrow casually asking for Hades keys. Hades is more of an ARPG than Isaac. Okay, so it's less of a true rogue. A true rogue. Is that a?
I don't think you can say
sentence. A true roguelite.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think you can say a true roguelite. You can say a true roguelike, because the roguelike fans can be very strict about the definition of what is a roguelike.
Right. Well, roguelite, it just has aspects or elements of roguelike games. Well, I might have to Taghorn. Everybody seems to be very enthusiastic about it.
It is definitely a very great game, but also time consuming.
It's time consuming. How long do you think it would be to play through the whole thing? Like how many hours?
I think I have like 50 hours in it, and I haven't finished it once yet. Like, I haven't beaten the final boss because I'm not good at it. Yep.
Oh gosh.
But this is, I'm bad at this kind of game. Somebody who's good at this game probably takes like 20
I wonder
hours.
what the speed run is or something. I'm sure somebody speed
the speedrunner has probably beat it on the first try without using any made-up progression.
Could be. I know you two aren't customer support, but the Burke Black persona didn't unlock for me, and CS asked me to put a bug report in the forums. I did, and now it's been moved to the archives without a single comment.
Did you... If you filed that bug report during the open devs, that's why it's in the archives. But we know that there's issues with the persona, so the bug report isn't lost. It's been moved to the archives because it's not for the live version, and we want to avoid confusion for the players. But no, there's problems with the persona drops is known. Like
it's a known issue.
We've had various different reports of what goes wrong, and sadly I don't know any specifics of when it will or will not be fixed, because that's not something I can generally always remember in my mind. Oh god, the bears are aggressive.
Yeah, I wish I had more information to tell you. Oh, they said they posted it yesterday.
Yesterday.
When did everything get archived?
The archiving happened long ago. So if it was moved to the archives, there was a mistake, and we'll need to move it back. It's supposed to be moved to bug reports because we sometimes get reports about this in other forums, and they belong in bug reports. So if it got moved to the archives, that's just a mistake in the path, the URL that was input when moving it.
Yeah, it seems like a systematic issue. Hello, Amplitude. I like to play Humankind on my tablet with touch control, and that's amazing. Great job. That's super cool. We're happy for you, Dynamic. Hades is a very pick up and play game. I mean, I'm also not bad at video games either. So like, it's not like I'd be I don't know, intimidated to play it or something because I think it's gonna be too like in depth for me. It's more of the is it worth my money type of thing. Cause well, like I rarely spend money on games actually.
Even if I've not finished it, I would say I definitely got my money's worth out of the game.
Right.
Also, hey, I've been saving up to claim this, but I think actually we might want this. We have our second city.
People has been added to your empire.
We can name it.
It may seem small, but great
things.
Now it's on you to remember how to spell Krasnoyarsk, I believe.
Krasnoyarsk. Oh hey, whoa! The captions did it. There you go. That's how you spell it.
Well then, you better type it before years.
Krasnoyarsk? I know, it's...
I think you got it right.
I think I did it. Krasnoyarsk.
I'm not sure if it's like an O or an A before the Y, but...
I mean, I say it's close enough, but if...
Because sadly, while I can
if we spelt it wrong, please let us know then.
While I can read Cyrillic, I can't speak Russian.
Oh, Cyrillic.
Apart from saying, "Я не говорю по-русски," I don't speak Russian.
I can say things like "Привет" and "До свидания" and "Как дела?"
Yeah.
Those are the important phrases that I know.
Basic phrases, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Skylight, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the captions are fantastic until they're not fantastic.
As captions are wont to be, I guess.
Yeah. I also think I made the window a little bit too small, so they're like scrolling pretty quickly.
Yeah, it might need to be wider.
Yeah, we can if you want.
We can fit like what, 2 words in there, so
that's plenty, right? That's plenty of words. Let's make it wider. I think even if I make it, yeah, there we go. Yeah, like that should be fine.
Let
There
me
you go.
just. I'll do this so they're actually readable.
Yeah, more captions. Yeah, so it's a really janky workaround that I actually do for these captions, where it's a Windows source. It's not a browser source. It's a Windows source, where it's recording a Chrome browser that we have in the background. But then I have it with a green background so that I can chroma key out the back so that it's transparent. But then also, I've like cropped it so that you can only see the letters. And it's a whole workaround, but yeah, one of my streamer friends helped me figure it out because they use these same like web captioner thing, and I think it does a great job actually. Round of applause for the captions. Everybody give a round of applause to the captions. They need it. You know? they do hard work.
This is gonna be interesting when we get this.
Oh my gosh. They've built out onto Baja California.
I mean, where else are they gonna build if the border's already here?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But that's a very nice city center they have here. I think that's like one of the Persian culture buildings.
It works. It works.
Oh no!
Thank you all for humoring me and clapping in chat.
We've mapped most continent now, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit of the Great Lakes.
I think they're over here, right?
I think that one's about to go visit Rogan.
Yeah, I think somewhere around here would be Winnipeg, right?
Should we name that hunting party Rogan? Can you rename a hunting party?
We can sadly not rename the single scout.
All right.
Because
should we name it Rogans? Actually, should we pluralize Rogan?
I mean, right now it's only the one guy.
Oh, it is only one person. Okay.
I mean, here it's a couple of people. But if they had a veterancy, we could have renamed the unit.
Oh, I see.
Like they need to earn their stripes, I guess is the phrase.
Let's go hunt some bears. Some Canadian bears.
I'm pretty sure that like in Canada they probably have grizzlies, so I'm not sure that's a great idea.
I know in Alaska they have grizzlies, but I'm not sure if grizzly bears are all up in Canada. I don't know. Do we have any Canadians in the chat that can confirm or deny the existence of grizzly bears in Canada versus, I don't know, black bears or brown bears?
I mean, I guess also, if we go too far in this direction, we're running into polar bears instead, and they're also not small.
Polar bears are quite large.
I think I once heard that there's something called a gorilla bear, which is a grizzly polar bear hybrid.
A gorilla bear?
Which sounds terrifying.
Sounds like a granola bear. Ooh, we found some iron. Copper.
Yeah.
I meant copper.
Hey, at least, iron and copper you can both pull out of the ground. I one time accidentally called it bronze on stream, and bronze does not come out of the ground.
Bronze is an alloy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what I was trying to say is that we need bronze working for this, and I then was like...
Rogaine. Yeah. Rogan would hunt elk, not bears. Come on now. Okay, J-Force.
Speaking of bears...
Oh, see? There are elk in the game, too, so that's a fair point. Having lived in Colorado for some time, elk is actually quite delicious. It has a little bit more of the gamey flavor, but it's quite good.
Ooh, this is a nice spot here. Also nice and defensible.
More info on the multiplayer match. Good question. Not yet. It's gonna take a little bit of planning, and currently it's not my #1 priority. Which I did have another priority that I did complete today, which was fantastic, which is the trailer that's now up on our Twitch page. I felt like we should have a trailer so that people that come to our stream or Twitch page have something to watch. Hopefully you all like that. I kind of slapped it together, so... You won't be the one doing the fighting, you just order it, so that's fine, yeah? Yeah, exactly. Don't have to get my hands dirty. I just noticed the map looks oddly familiar. Yeah, this is the Earth.
Yep.
Talking about bears, imagine how bad would be your life if you were an albino, brown, or grizzly bear being mistaken as a lost polar bear all the time. Would the fur be white as well if you were albino, or would it just be the skin? I think albino people have colored skin, right? Or albino animals. They have, I'm sorry, colored hair, not.
I'm not sure because you know it's a lack of pigment, and I think that would probably also affect the hair.
But doesn't hair? I mean, does hair get colored because of pigmentation, or does it get colored because of like mineralization in the like keratin or whatever?
I think it's pigments.
Mo says we have them in the West. Apparently, they do have grizzly bears in Canada. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. A little bit of high school science coming out there. To secure the sleeping area with claymores, they're gonna someday accidentally take out a fellow hiker or something, and they're gonna be real upset when they go to jail.
Yeah, that's overkill.
Albino hair is white, and the eyes are red. Why are their eyes red?
I think you can see the blood vessels because there's no
Oh, because
pigmentation.
there's no pigmentation in the iris. Interesting. Oh, hey, look, Skylight copy-pasted a Wikipedia article. Albino is a pigmentation issue. Albinism is the congenital absence of any pigmentation or coloration in of an animal, plant, or person, resulting in white hair, feathers, scales, and skin, and pink eyes in mammals, birds, reptiles, and amphibians, and fish and invertebrates as well. Huh. Yeah.
Here they are. That scout that snuck past us.
Ooh, should we get him? Rogan, Rogan, Rogan. Maybe we should have named him Brogan. Rogan. You know, I can also know stuff.
Are they coming out to face us?
Did you write out that albino paragraph yourself, or did you copy paste it? I feel like I'm pretty justified in assuming that you copy pasted that whole paragraph. But hey, if you wrote out that whole paragraph by hand, I'm very impressed.
This is not going well.
Oh, we're in the river, and they have the high ground.
Yeah, I was trying to lure them out, but that didn't work out. Maybe if I fall back now and they can see us.
Maybe they'll come into the river.
I think we'll end up falling back because we can't kill them in. Yeah, the river was in the way and screwed up our battle plan.
Dag nabbit. Peter Rabbit. This time it was from a wiki. Yeah, I'm not saying anything else. Do you want me to read it? Jordan never fails to impress me on how he can turn these streams into a learning experience for him.
Oh man.
I think, but aren't streams just a great place to learn? I think we are single-handed. No, not single-handedly. I would take that back. We
have at least 4 hands here.
We are four-handedly combating, you know, the failings of the education system. Here on this stream, we're teaching people history, things about albinism, I think actually was what it's called. Yeah, that's right. You know, important things. The best foods to eat in Oregon, like blueberries and cheese. Cheese curds. I have like 3 things. I believe it is mine. Yeah, I got you. We have a fix. Could you turn back off the lights, please?
We might have a fix just in time for people to get the drops if they stay to the end of the stream.
That's true. why I don't think I can check my email. We are not in Oregon, Clone Prince. We are actually in Paris, the city of lights, and apparently the city of love. I didn't realize that it had 2 names until sometime the other day when somebody was saying, "Oh, it's the city of love," and I was like, "I thought it was the city of lights." Because you know the Eiffel Tower has all the sparklies.
Yeah,
you know.
but you know the important thing is, of course, we're in Paris, France, not Paris, Texas, or any other Paris you might know.
That's
because,
true.
Because there's apparently a bunch of different Parises.
There's a lot of Parises, but there's only one Paris for us in our hearts. But I'm from Oregon, Clone Prince. If anybody wants to talk to me about Oregon, you know, just hit me up on Twitter, because I love talking about Oregon. I can't stop talking about Oregon. Trees, beaches, skiing, Voodoo Donuts.
What?
It's a donut shop in Portland. Yeah, we were getting some typical fall weather here, definitely. Rainy, cold. What do you do your hair to make it stay like that? What do you mean, do to my hair? You mean not shower and wake up? No, this is my natural curly hair. My hair just curls. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has a lot of body, you know? It has a lot of body. So it just kind of does what it do, you know? It what it is. I am Irish partially, but disclaimer, I think I'm about as Irish as I am French and English and
Also,
a combination of other
couple of percent points.
Yeah, no, I think it's 8. I think I'm 8% Irish or something. No. I'm an 8th Irish. That's what it was. I'm an 8th Irish.
Yeah, 8% or an 8th is slightly different.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
It's not that different actually. An 8th is what, something like 12 point something percent. 12.5%.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. It's not too different, but yeah, I have a lot. No, this isn't colored. My whole family is redheads, actually. 5 of us.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Voodoo Donuts are overrated. Take it back, Saikana.
I think we may need to hire mercenaries.
Oh my gosh.
To fight the bears.
Double bears?
Yes.
What? Why are there double bears?
Oh no, and we can't hire them because that's a defending army. No.
In the west, there's grizzlies, but also pizzlies, which are hybrids between polar bears and grizzlies. They're calling it a pizzly, not a.
I think there's something
polar bear
where it's like the name's different depending on which one is the father, because there's also like Tigons and Ligers depending on which one is the father.
A Goler bear, a Liger and a Tigon. Is that what it is?
Oh no! When hiring them, they don't have movement points. That scout is lost.
Oh no! But now we have mercenaries.
Oh no! There's even more bears.
Oh, 4 bears.
Oh, the 4 bears here.
The 4 bears of nature.
Yeah, but I guess we'll use this mercenary army to try to take them out, and we might even. No, wait, they're animals, so we're not going to get the military stars for that.
Okay, Saikana. I will concede that Voodoo Donuts is probably overrated. However, it doesn't mean that their donuts aren't delicious, you know? My favorite donuts are a nice old-fashioned maple glazed donut. Or, I do like a good apple fritter. Apple fritters are divine. But yeah, maple and old-fashioned. Then, them's the 2 best combinations you can have.
Bears
are
hunting us down.
Where are the bears? After our booty.
But at least this time, we're not standing in the river.
That's true. They're in the river. We're in the forest. Do we get a bonus for fighting in the forest?
Only against ranged attacks, and I doubt that the bears have brought guns.
Yeah, so maybe we stand in the middle.
They may have the right to bear arms, but
bear arms. that was a really good one. Mercenaries, you want us to do what? Am I still able to get all the key persona drops from your streamers? That opportunity gone. So Iteron, the drops will be available next week. The donuts were fine, but they were overrated. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I think that Voodoo Donuts has been blown out of proportion at how good they actually are, you know. They're good donuts, but they're not like
Please don't take the high
amazing.
ground. Please don't. No, they took the high ground.
No! We're gonna need to make some better units.
I think. Oh no. F's in chat for Rogan.
Oh no, Rogan died! No! That was Rogan?
Yes, we tried to save him, but my tactical genius was not up to the task.
Oh, sad days in the earth for Rogan. Donut Man in the LA Basin. Ooh. Would have liked to visit Voodoo Donuts, but the wait time when I visited Portland was too long. And that's where the like it's been overhyped comes in, because I don't think that, you know, it's worth waiting that long. I really don't. For the novelty of it, it's kind of cool. And you can get some funky donuts. Like, I think I got like a Tang donut. Tang is like an orange flavored drink, powder. And they make like an orange like filling in the donut, and then they glaze it with orange stuff, and then they sprinkle Tang into the glaze. So it's like extra like zingy. Zingy.
We're a bit over our capacity here now, so I think we will.
We need to liberate some place or something?
No, it's going to be fine when we build some more infrastructures.
Okay.
We'll get the.
We're losing influence fast.
We had a. Oh yeah, this is going to take a while still. That's great. This is going to be.
You think we can barely win? He's gonna come back as Darth Rogan.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
We are prophesied that we will lose everything. I think with the mistakes I've been making all game, should probably heed that.
Superstitious. They probably know what they're talking about.
They've watched me play, they know what they're talking about, yeah.
I'm hearing some donuts discussion, whereas the only real topic is pancakes versus crepes and how crepes are far better. Far superior are the crepes to the pancakes.
My wild guess is that's a Frenchman speaking.
That's Chuckissimo. He's one of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually argue that pancakes are just garbage and waffles are where it's at. Waffles. Team waffles. Y'all know that at my wedding, I had a waffle wedding cake. You wouldn't believe it, but me and my wife were like, we don't want to spend a ton of money on a waffle, on a wedding cake, and we were gonna have waffles at the wedding as like food, because on our first date, which wasn't supposed to be a date, we were just supposed to go to hang out. We made waffles together, and we actually went to go buy a waffle iron, something to make waffles in, and then we made waffles together, and then it turned into a date later on, which the details aren't important, but but anyways, so we were gonna have waffles at our wedding, and we were like, why not just make a cake out of waffles? So we like towered a bunch of waffles and like topped it all nice, and we had waffles for our wedding cake, which means that every year, instead of like saving a little bit of our wedding cake, like some people do that, we just make waffles again every anniversary.
I mean, I'm thinking, isn't there like a kind of cake traditionally served at weddings in France that's like these, what's the English word? German, we call them Windbeutel, you know, where it's like a bit of like sweet cream inside a...
Cream puffs.
Yeah, and it's like just a pile of cream puffs that's then like caramelized.
It's been like towerified. I've seen that actually. That sounds good too.
And I believe I've heard that they serve that at like weddings in France, so it's kind of the same vibe.
What are oh, I can't say that.
Profiterole?
Yeah, how is that so hard to say? Are profiteroles? Is that a pancake? Now I'm confused.
Now I'm like, wait, I know the word. I don't think I've ever tried it.
Apparently the captions know the word too. Wow. But y'all probably haven't had real pancakes. What do you mean real pancakes, Ningao? Pancakes have a place. That's true. Okay, I like pancakes, but compared to waffles, like, it's just no contest. People like Dunkin' Donuts. I never tasted it, but constantly buy for my house caretaker. They love it. No, Dunkin' Donuts is not good. It's like low-level cheap donuts.
I'm thinking actually.
But I do love crepes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
We should go ahead and say these guys. Where is it?
Have y'all ever heard of Able Skeevers? Able Skeevers? They're these little. So you have this like cast iron type dish thing, and you put the batter into these little holes. They're like half pocket holes, and then you cook it on one side, but then you stick a little like a skewer into it, and then kind of like flip it over on itself, so it makes like a ball. They're called like Able Skeevers? I don't know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Chat, help me!
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Sorry, I'm completely lost. But then
I gotta Google it now.
My food upbringing hasn't exactly been international.
I'm sure that's not what it actually is. Oh, the internet connection's so bad in here. People. Oh, it's AEBLESKIVER, which is a Danish pancake ball, apparently. Oh, Skodland said it with an AE. Is that like a special like Danish letter?
Oh, you mean the ligature between the A and the E?
Yeah, is that
I
Danish?
think that's used in Danish, yeah.
Yo, where's DJ Capper when we need him?
Most
I have a friend from
eventually
Denmark.
to the onslaught
I
of
mean,
more
we could
brains.
just ask after the stream or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair. You seem to be much more experienced with flat fried doughs. How do bleeding right within the pancakes? IHOP? I actually don't think I've ever eaten pancakes at IHOP. Want to me to make you waffles? Are you woman enough for pancakes? What? Clap. Yeah, a lot of people in the United States say crepe or
With
creep
5 farmers'
even
boys,
sometimes I think I've
people
heard.
certainly
Oh yeah,
have
you
enough
mean those
bread.
really thin pancakes, the
With 5
creeps?
circuses, the
Yeah,
best
I've had
creeps.
those. I love creeps.
Sentences not to take out of context. That's like,
Don't clip it, chat. Don't clip it.
have you never not learned the lesson about don't tell chat not to do something?
I was kind of hoping they would, you know. Just because I think it'd be funny. Blini are Russian pancakes. Oh my gosh. See, our stream is quite educational.
I've heard of blinis before actually, because there was like 2 German boxers whose heritage was Russian, and
Right.
they were doing like an ad for, I don't remember what it was, and they were talking about the blinis,
Right.
and apparently the joke of the ad was that their mother's blinis were awful.
Oh no. Brenda's having PTSDs from brunch back at home. I mean, nothing against American people.
Oh no!
Who are the Celts?
These guys?
Oh.
Luckily we got a lot of troops from assimilating.
Heck yeah. But I will say that there are a substantial amount of Americans that are not cultured enough and just don't care enough to really, like, I don't know, even just pronounce things correctly sometimes. And you kind of just wonder, like, why don't they care more? But usually most of these people have never traveled outside of the United States. They've never met people from other countries like that. You know, it's tough, especially in a lot of these small town places in the United States, because like if you're from some place that's a lot smaller country than the United States, it's a lot more concentrated. But in the United States, it's really spread out, and you can go a long time without ever meeting, you know, I don't know, a German person or something. You know, what is the
reinforcements arrived just in time.
Ooh, perfect.
But I'm actually thinking, you know, let's try to let them come to us.
Siege
Because then they need to attack across the wall here, because that's the only area they can.
Is that a fence?
That's a fence, but you try charging across a fence without, you know, tripping over it.
That's a good point. You would need to do an acrobatics check.
Is that spoilers for trying to set up an endless RPG?
I'm trying really, really hard to get a D&D campaign, y'all, okay? I want endless D&D to happen. I really do.
But also, you know, they made their attack calculation without realizing that we have a lot of people.
Yeah, we got reinforcements.
We got a lot of reinforcements.
Sometimes the captions are fantastic. Yeah.
Over this way.
Oh, Dr. Kane wanted us to click on the UI again of the siege because it looked like it had been updated or something. I don't know if we have
think this
options.
is the same UI as always. It's just that usually I see this from the other side, where it's like, you know, assault or maintain siege.
Right.
And we don't want to attack.
Leave that
out.
poor AI alone. The poor AI is attacking us,
yeah,
actually.
the poor AI are the ones who started this.
How do you do?
As you can see here,
Whoever you are.
-1 from declaring war.
There you go. Nice pronunciation, Jordan. What did I say? What did I pronounce well? I don't remember pronouncing something well, but thank you. I'll take it, you know? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, when I was in the Netherlands not too long ago, they actually had something that was kind of similar to the Able Skeevers, and but they were called poffertjes. Poffertjes. Forfeiture's office. But they were essentially little like pancake things that you could like just buy like a bag of them at the store. They're pretty good, but they were essentially just pancakes. I would rather play any system but D&D. Oh right, somebody was saying something about D&D. You should just use the Numera system for the Endless Legend setting. There are hundreds of better systems to do Endless.
True, Numenera is one I heard about that. Thematically, that's a good fit, because it's also about, you know, ancient technology that the people in the world cannot distinguish from magic.
I wasn't saying D&D as in I was going to be using the D&D rule set.
It's
I just
more
mean
just shorthand for an RPG.
Yeah, I mean storytelling RPG genre.
We're going to lose a lot.
Is it not synonymous anymore? Or I thought that D&D was just synonymous
it's kind
with
of,
like role
kind
playing.
of synonymous, but I think people have become a lot more aware of the other options that there are.
Right. Okay. I was looking at one called Dark Matter. Does anybody know about that one? Because it is kind of a little bit more sci-fi, and you know we're gonna be on an alien planet.
Yeah.
So
Like the Numenera suggestion would be great for like an Endless Legend type thing.
I should write this down.
But the Numenera, that's actually one I had been thinking about picking up when I placed my order with the game store recently. But you know, since I picked up the core D&D books, it was already, the core D&D book set is €150. I'm good for now.
Yeah, it's expensive.
But it's, you know, it's the kind of set like the €150. I guess usually you'd have 4 people chipping in together because you only need 1 copy of the book for the whole group. But it is definitely
Numenera. All right, I wrote it down. For fantasy setting, I strongly recommend Pathfinder 2. I've heard about Pathfinder, but so I actually have access to the Dark Matter book, so I don't have to spend any money on it. Which
also,
is nice.
since you know the thing is, we are thinking more about the sci-fi version because
I want there to be, you know,
it's also just about the flexibility of not being tied to the existing
yeah,
plot, so to speak, of Origa, of the end of the world.
exactly.
And so we are looking for a more sci-fi system than a
Yeah.
fantasy system, which also is a good point of D&D would not be the greatest one for this.
Yeah,
Because it's very
my
fantasy focused.
my current plan is to have the campaign set on a planet that we don't know too much about because I want to flesh out the current universe by my own little small world building, rather than try and do it like on Ariga or something like that and fit it into the like framework that already exists because then I have to stay true to everything, which means I have to learn all of the backstory first of all.
The true reason has been exposed.
Well, it's time consuming to spend that much.
Jokes aside, it would be a lot to put on your plate to learn all of that.
Well, but also not to just like learn it once, but be able to regurgitate it when you ask me a question like, "What can I do over here?" And I'm like, "Well, this is this place, and this is where they should live," and like stuff.
Exactly, and it's even when people say that I know a lot about this, I'm always like, I know the basics. If you ask me about the details, I'm probably lost.
Yeah. Horseroar, feel free to talk about whatever, Amplitude games in the stream. Like, this is an Amplitude Studios Twitch channel, so anything and everything Amplitude Studios is free game here. It's not like just because we're excited about playing Humankind that we can't talk about other games.
There's
but if
of course, questions that we might not be able to answer for other games. If you ask about like specific game mechanic and we don't have the game up to check, then we might remember.
But yeah, no, I mean, if you're interested in a variety of games, I actually do variety streams on Wednesdays now at 4 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. So if anybody wants to come to Wild Wednesdays next Wednesday.
Also, I just realized I think our restream chat is actually stuck.
It times out after a while and doesn't keep on moving, which is unfortunate. But yeah.
Why did we settle on the name Amplitude? That is a question I have no idea about. We would need to ask our boss.
I was thinking about this because I was like searching for Amplitude something, and the only other things that are called Amplitude are like sound design studios.
For, reasons that should be quite easy
quite
to
obvious,
guess.
Yeah. You want an RPG that is very narrative and has the theme of fallen and restored post-apocalyptic far future that has returned to fantasy. I can't recommend Worlds Without Number enough. A corollary is Stars Without Number, which is pure sci-fi. What was that? What without number?
Worlds Without Number,
Worlds
I think,
Without Number, is that what I said?
and Stars Without Number. Oh, come on.
Sorry, the chat's moving pretty quick.
Speak.
Because I want to research these.
We really should have invented chips way sooner so we could have gone around here. Oh, I think they finally attacked.
Nice!
Yeah, we lost pretty much all of our population in the city to this.
What is the population? Like our actual population?
Our actual population starving from the siege. We lost like 4 people to that.
Oh gosh. But again, to decide on a system, you have to think what you want to do. A big zero to hero campaign, one shot, smallest tale, talking about specific aspects of the endless universe. Well, okay, so my idea is that it will be, because it's going to be the first campaign, kind of like a small town thing where like, there's a lot of options for different regions to go to, but more of just kind of like the humble beginnings of our intrepid heroes, I guess. I don't know if zero to hero is the right way, but maybe a bit more slice of life type, if that makes sense, where it can be a little bit mundane in the sense that it doesn't have to be, we're gonna go kill goblins and everything, but it can be like a bit more, I don't know, like normal story.
This is going to be an interesting battle with just these two tiles involved. I think neither of us has invented boats yet.
Even a game like FFGs. Oh, SAS Gaming. Drops aren't available today, but they'll be available next Thursday.
Unfortunately, the drops are just broken and we couldn't fix them.
They have archers. This is pretty bad. I mean, we can kind of rush them, though.
It'll be fine. We can just, you know...
What's running the auto captions? Prayers.
Yeah, it feels like they're running
Faith.
on hope.
Our sheer will. No, it's actually a browser page called Web Captions. Did either of you guys grow up playing CNC or the Red Alert series? I have no idea what those are.
Command and Conquer and Red Alert. Never played them.
Never.
I've played them. The first one I played was actually Tiberian Sun. So I guess that's Command and Conquer 2. But I also played like Red Alert 2 and a lot of the later ones. I think I had the first Command and Conquer on my Nintendo 64 actually, but never finished it because playing a strategy game with a controller was a pain. I think these days it's better because they kind of figured out ways to do it. But back then it was basically like, oh, you move your mouse cursor with your stick, and oh god,
Yeah, that sounds painful. Faultline, there's no drops on YouTube. Twitch drops are Twitch specific. Okay, apparently the closest thing to a batch of yeast pancakes in the recipe book I like, called the wooden spoon, is now called griddle cake. Interesting. For more of a slice of life, you may want something powered by the apocalypse. Let me find one that fits. Okay. I've heard about powered by the apocalypse, but you cook it too thin.
There's
It's
so many systems to pick from.
Yeah.
RPGs.
An English muffin. I do like English muffins, actually. Burn the heretic. I'm very uncultured in those type of things, but you have to understand, when I grew up, my type of video games that I played was Pokemon on my Game Boy Color and Mario Party and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Mario Party, so you ended a lot of friendships?
No. They weren't friendships, they were sibling relationships.
Ah, okay. The bond you cannot break.
Yeah, you can only do so much to the bond between you and your brothers and sisters, so we stood the test of time.
I think they have swords.
Mario Party aside. It's a perfect day to make a perfect cake. What? If that cake's an English muffin, gotta do the cooking by the book. What? Smash Brothers Melee, exactly. These are the type of games that I played as a kid.
How do we deal with that swordsman?
Chariots.
Chariots are not as strong as the swordsman, because the swordman is a classical era unit.
Sacrifice warm bodies for the cause.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we pull this here back.
I remember Allied disk of RA2 just exploding inside my CD drive. Exploding? You mean like because it was spinning so fast the CD ruptured? That's crazy. That one cry a lot. Supreme Commander? Nope. StarCraft? No. But I knew of people that played StarCraft. Warcraft I did actually play on my friend's computer. My parents didn't really like me playing games that seemed a bit more, you know, aggressive. And Warcraft sounds aggressive, especially in the 90s, you know?
I mean, in all fairness, I guess it is pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game about, you know, throwing axes at people and, you know, orcs and things killing other things. Yeah. The blue can do it. Motivate them. Delicious crepes if they win. Incentivize our armies.
I think, you know, we can manage this.
I don't know if I played GoldenEye on the N64, but I played the old Mario Kart. I think I played a 007 game that was like a multiplayer, like kind of like shooter, which was really interesting.
I think the GoldenEye on N64 had a multiplayer.
It was multiplayer? Then maybe that is what I played. I'm not exactly sure.
I think I even recall that there were like people were using like exploits in multiplayer because the character models were like vastly different heights because, you know, some of the henchmen and the bounties were like, that was super short, this guy was super tall, but the hitbox didn't adjust.
Okay.
So they were like, oh, I always pick this character because then they can't see where my head is.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a good issue. No, Skylight, what do you mean? I've never heard of Cooking by the Book featuring Little John.
Over this way.
Okay. Okay, here's a couple suggestions of BTA games.
Powered by the Apocalypse.
Life Among the Ruins 2nd Edition, sci-fi fantasy hybrid in the post-apocalyptic scenario with strategy-like rules if you want to try something closer to the 4X genre. Uncharted Worlds, a space opera pen and paper role-playing game that focuses on exploration, combat, politics, and commerce across the stars.
Over this way.
Of the two, I think Uncharted Worlds sounds more along the lines of what I'm thinking. Are these like books that I'd have to buy? I'm trying to not spend extra money on this because I really want it to be successful, but in the potential scenario in which people are just like, nah, we don't like your endless legend or endless universe you know, Dungeons and Dragons campaign, then at least I haven't used, you know, Amplitude budget on buying books and stuff that aren't going to be used.
I think I'm going to try something a little cheeky here.
Come over here.
Are you gonna lead them? You're gonna bait them?
I'm trying to bait them into stepping in here, and then hopefully we can get some attacks from the high ground.
Could be good. Is that a catapult?
No, that's a battering ram.
Oh, okay.
If we can get them here, we get +4.
Four-way split screen. I really enjoyed playing split screen games. One of the games that I really like that's like a couch game, that I've played recently on like the Xbox, was Night Squad. It's actually very fun. It was kind of like arcadey.
Yes.
Ooh, they did it. They got more people. Oh no. Are they getting bonuses from being inside our walls?
They would get bonuses against attacks across the wall, I think, and against ranged attacks, but the intention is, of course, that we now vacate this tile and charge them with one of our chariots.
Right.
This, I believe they will get the... Yeah, +6 from fortification, but if we out of here...
And then rush them with our horses?
Then rush them from up here. That gives them a good chunk of damage here.
Nice. Did you know that in Ireland there is a redhead festival where only gingers are allowed? Can they really exclude other people? That sounds like fun though. I would go. Off-World, there's a science fiction role-playing game about adventurous outlaws and guns for hire making their fortune in the rough end of the galaxy, something like a Wild West in space. Well, my legal team advised me to say that you should definitely buy the books and not find them with other means. Ah, yes,
yeah,
the
but
legal team.
I think the question was more, is this, you know, a paid publication, or is this something that's available for free? Because
it's like
there's
a community
also, because
thing.
Yeah, there's also systems that are just available for free online.
Interesting. I went to Disney California Adventure on my annual Halloween party last Tuesday. Nice. How did it go, Oscar? Did you have a good time? Good, I just looked at the video and it's official Lazy Town featuring Little John. It's a fantastic video, but I didn't tell you to go watch it. A little bigger mix, Too Furious, greatest bang.
You know, right now the soundbite of the units being all like, "No fear," is very appropriate.
They're gonna need it.
This is one of those
Huh.
no regrets type of situations where then it's a one regret.
Yeah. Had a great time. Nice. Good to hear, Oscar. Good to hear. Apparently, you can't get in unless you're an authentic redhead. How do you check that? I guess it's actually pretty easy to tell a fake redhead, to be honest. You have to have really expensive dye to actually make dyed red hair look believable. Usually. Anyone else remember Earth Dawn? I don't know what that is. Y'all.
No, I do remember Earthdawn. That's the RPG that's set in the same world as Shadowrun, but it's in like the 4th age or something, whereas Shadowrun is the 6th age. So it's kind of, you know, a fantasy, but set in our world, but it's like, I don't know, 100,000 years ago or something.
Sounds cool. Those are all paid publications. There are plenty of free RPGs out there. I've written and published a couple, but those I mentioned are all between $5 and $15. And Drive-Thru RPG. Okay.
Yeah, and there's also, you know, cheap stuff on RPG stuff on itch.io, I think. Like I saw one recently that was like, I loved it just for the pun. It was a sci-fi RPG about the crew of a spaceship, except they were all kobolds. And it was called Koboldly Go.
Koboldly going where no kobolds have gone before.
Yeah, and I was like, just the pun is like,
Delicious. Delicious puns. Time to go cook dinner. Well, it's probably time for us to end the stream, actually.
Yeah, and
So-
you know, we still haven't managed to finish this battle because
They
my
just
God.
still have more people. They're crazy.
I think they're down to no, they still have more people hiding somewhere
Yeah.
back here.
It's not good.
This is a terrible choke point. You know, when we should probably put a 4 like here or something to have a better defense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh well, I guess we'll see next week how
Yeah.
this war is going.
Save the game. Make sure we don't lose our place. Anyways, well, that was a good nice start. We're on turn 124 out of 600.
And you know, we're in the second era, so I guess that's
Yeah.
somewhat reasonable.
Made it
We
to-
haven't really made progress with this going on.
Yeah, we've been a little busy. But anyways, we'd just like to thank you all for coming to the streams. It really does mean a lot to us that you all are here. You're a fantastic community, and it's a fun time just getting to hang out, chat, and talk about food. With each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I would love to mention each one of you by name, but there are too many of you, so I will just say have a fantastic weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you all next week. We might be having a stream happening next Tuesday from our very own Rogan, so keep your eye out on the schedule for that. We're just going to assume that it's going to be happening right now.
I guess it depends on whether or not we manage to resuscitate him.
Yeah, that's true. Rogan did die in our playthrough, so, you know, we'll have to see. But yeah, keep your eye out on Tuesday for a new stream. I don't know, Rogan will probably be playing Humankind as well, so there's the potential for drops, actually, as well, which I did not think about earlier. But yeah, and then on Wednesday, we'll have Wild Wednesdays. I'm actually going to be playing Yakuza. I said yesterday that I'm going to be playing Humankind, but that's not true. I'm going to be playing Yakuza 0, which was the second place winner of the Twitter poll that I put up. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you all for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you again later. Peace out.